Are you looking for a new whiskey adventure? Then climb in and buckle up. Get ready for one hell of a ride on the Whiskey Trip podcast with your host, Big Chief. Join in as he and his guests explore whiskey and dive into whiskey stories from around the world. Now here's your host, Big Chief.
Folks, you know, here on the Whiskey Trip, we celebrate more than just the pour in our glass. We celebrate heritage, tradition, and the stories that make this country what it is. That's why I'm proud to tell you about our friends at the Heritage Flag Company. These aren't just flags, they're handcrafted works of art built from whiskey and bourbon barrels that once held the spirit we all love. Every cut, every nail, every burn mark tells a story of patience and craftsmanship. Just like the whiskey we sip, these flags are bold, timeless, and full of character. Whether you hang one in your home bar, your man cave, or gift it to a veteran or first responder, a heritage flag isn't just decor. It's a statement. It says you believe in freedom, tradition, and the legacy we pass down. So saddle up, whiskey family, and head over to theheritageflag.com. Use code WhiskeyTrip10 at checkout for 10% off your order. Let them know Big Chief sent you. Because just like your favorite pour, the Heritage Flag Company is made to be shared, honored, and remembered. Now let's get on to the show. And yeah, you're taking another ride on a whiskey trip, baby. And I got a story for you today. You know, as a veteran, I always love to help other veterans out. And the way to do that is to find an organization that you believe in. And, you know, being in whiskey, I wanted to find an organization that does whiskey and that helps veterans out with their picks through whiskey, their events through whiskey, to help veterans rise up from the struggles they're in. And I got these two guys on with me today. I got Eric Lytle with me and Seth Fuston. They are with Staves of Honor. Welcome to the Whiskey Trip, my brothers.
Thanks Glad to be here.
Now, before we get started talking here, I always miss this part, but I've got a glass full of your whiskey, and this is your latest pick right here. Walk me through this, Seth. What are we drinking on here?
So we called it Raz Honey Pie because we try to name it so that you kind of know what to expect when you open it. And it's from the Whiskey Blendery, which is a small little place here in the DFW area in Oak Point, Texas. And we initially went in there just to find a cool single barrel. We tasted through some stuff. We found one that we really liked that had some really cool baking spice and like a honey nut Cheerios almost. Well, that's what we thought of. And then we tried another one that had a really cool raspberry note on it. And I talked to Tim, the owner, and I was like, what if can we like take a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one, and put it together? And came up, played with ratios for a while on it, trying to get it just right. We dialed it in, and man, it's good. It's a nice, sweet, easy sipper. Only 116 proof. It goes down real nice.
Well, I say cheers to you.
Absolutely.
Well, that's got a little bit of spice to it. Now, I don't know about calling it Raz Honey Pie, because when I say honey pie, I'm talking about something else. But hey, you call it what you want. If it's raising money for veterans, I'm all about it. Call it whatever you want. But honey pie, yeah.
About $10.
You know what I'm talking about, listeners?
Back to the.
So Tim, the owner, helped you blend this together and stuff. I think it's got a beautiful nose on it, some beautiful spice at 116. I thought I might have been a little bit higher proof with a taste on this. I really love it. Now, Staves of Honor. Walk me through what Staves of Honor is. Eric, you want to take this?
I'll let Seth get this one.
Okay.
So Staves of Honor, we're a nonprofit dedicated to military, veterans, and first responders. And a lot of trying to figure out the best way to phrase it. We started out with my idea of when I transitioned out of military, looking for that brotherhood that you have in the military that when you get to civilian, you don't really have, or it's hard to find sometimes. And I had found that through whiskey. And I'm talking about, Chief. The camaraderie that you can get sitting around having a pour it's a brotherhood. It really is. And I had this thought in my brain of how can I bring these two together? And it took some time to dial it in, but started Staves of Honor back in June. Got our 501c3 approved pretty quickly. We're 501c3 that raises money through single barrel picks. So we've done two bottles with the Blendery. We have one coming up with you in Iron Root, and then Eric has set one up with us and Pursuit Spirits for Q1 next year. And so this thing is building real fast. But we use the funds from those bottles and we put it right back into the veteran and first responder world. And it's blown up way more than I thought it was going to, way faster than I thought it was going to. And
well,
it's really cool to watch.
You talk about that camaraderie when you get out and stuff. And for me, I'm very lucky where when I retired in 2016, I went straight back to work for the Coast Guard, and that camaraderie is still there. I've still got my brother chiefs, my sister chiefs there with me, and talking to them every day. I got the blue suiters, the active duty folks every day coming into my office and saying, "Hey, big chief, can I pick your brain about this or that?" So did I miss some of that camaraderie? I don't get to hang out with them as much as I did in the past, but I still have it a little bit. But I find that camaraderie through other veterans like yourself and other first responders like Eric. Now, Eric, Seth, you were in the Air Force, correct?
Yes, sir. 10 years.
10 years?
Yes, sir.
Man, you're that guy, man. I'm like, don't get out. It's been 10
years.
Yeah,
everybody says the same thing. What? Why didn't you do 20? Well,
yeah. It's like a prison sentence, and now you're a correctional officer. So you went from being in prison in the military to working in a prison.
Sometimes that familiarity.
Yeah, you got to do what you love and what you know and what's comfortable. But Eric, you are a medical professional. You torture people at doctors' offices. You're a physical therapist, correct?
Yeah, pain and torture is what PT stands for.
Yep. Well, I raise a glass to both of you. Hats off to you for continuing to serve your community. Seth, a lot of people when they get out, they don't feel like they need to serve anymore. They just want to be done with it. They want to withdraw from public life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And hats off to you. But hats off to you, Eric, too, to go to work every day and make people suffer to make them better. I love it. So, we are doing some stuff with you guys. The Whiskey Trip is Poor Decisions Rick House too. We're all joining together to do an Iron Root pick, and we're still trying to kind of work out the details for an event. But we are going to have an event after we do the pick. Hopefully, we're all able to walk into that place, the Rack House in the Colony, after doing a pickup at Iron Root. And I've had so many people reach out to me already and saying, "Man, I heard you're going to be in Dallas, Fort Worth, and you're going to be doing a pickup there, and you're going to have this event." And we are. We're going to have 3 distilleries, maybe more than that. Really, we'll have 4 distilleries there. We'll have a distiller from Steel Austin, Emiliano. We're going to have Miguel, the master distiller from 1845. We'll have the distiller from Bent, which is right there in Louisville, Texas. And then we're going to have somebody from Iron Root. I don't know if it's going to be Jonathan or Robert or the mother of Texas with whiskey, Marcia. But we'll have somebody from Iron Root at the restaurant, at the Colony, at the Rack House. I want as many people in the DFW area up there to support us. And details on that's going to be coming out here in the next few days after this podcast airs. So make sure that you stay tuned. Stay tuned to what the Staves of Honor is putting out there. And let's see if we can make a little money that night for Staves of Honor. This barrel pick is going to be epic also.
I can't wait.
Iron Root only does like 12 barrel picks a year. It's not like you're going to pick a Knob Creek that they're shoving up thousands of barrels across the country. This is 12 barrels a year. That's it. That's not a whole lot of bottles. Maybe 2,000 bottles at max. And I bet it's not even that amount. So this is going to be an epic pick. We've got a good pick team put together. Epic day. Eric, are you a little jealous that you're going to miss out on this?
Yeah, I'm running a half marathon it's called the Honor Run, so I will miss out on it. So, but it benefits veterans and helps send them to DC to see the memorials and everything from where they serve. So it's a cool thing. So, but yeah, I can't miss it. My work paid for me to go, so I got to go do it.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, you're still raising money for veterans, and
I don't know if there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
yeah,
running for fun is, that's not this guy.
Well, I did that so many years ago, and I just noticed that Air Force just changed their PT standards from 1.5 miles to two miles.
Yeah.
Are you glad you really got out?
I'm definitely glad I got out. I'm not a runner. I tell people all the time, if you see me running, you should probably catch up.
I don't run at all. So if you, yeah, I'm just not going to run. Even if it's a bear, I'm going to, they always say fight or flight. There is no flight in me. So I'm just going to stay there and fight. Even if it was a grizzly bear, I'm going to get my licks in one way or another.
Well, that's good. That means I don't have to try to keep up with Eric when he's running.
Yeah. That's why I say carry a big gun.
Yep.
That's why you carry a big gun. So you guys both served, but with each one of you, Seth, what got you into whiskey?
Well, my dad was always a whiskey drinker growing up, and I'm not a heavy whiskey drinker, but there was always a bottle or two in the house, and so I grew up around it. Of course, I went through the military. I was in the military in my 20s, so we all know how that goes with alcohol. So early with whiskey, it was about the getting drunk. The end goal was just to get a buzz. And a couple of years ago, I was actually visiting my parents for Christmas, and we went and stopped by the liquor store, my dad, and they had a bottle of E.H. Taylor small batch behind the counter, and I'd seen stuff about it and heard about it, and I was like, I'm gonna try that. So I bought it, and that's really what started me down the rabbit trail that has become a collection of 100 and something bottles, and the brotherhood and the camaraderie of sharing a pour is just developed even out of that.
Now, Eric, I can see you got quite the bottle selection back there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And I gotta say, mad respect to you, because some guys you'll see their collections, especially in social media, it almost makes me want to puke when I just see the top 5 brands up there, and I'm like, come on, get off your high horse. That's all you're talking about is those 5 things. Those 5. You're gonna ride that pony until it's dead, I guess. But to me, when I look, I can see back on your shelf, and I see all kinds of stuff back there. There's a little bitty bottle back there that has a gold label on it, little gold from Detling.
Oh yeah, yep.
I mean, I just see all kinds of bottles. I could talk about your collection all day long.
Yep.
I just did an episode with him a couple months ago, and I love them out there. It's the middle of Alabama, the middle of nowhere. It's an adventure, and they're not open to the public. They're open to guys like me that really, really, really love whiskey. But Eric, what got you into whiskey?
So my wife likes to say I have addiction problems, and I traded one addiction for another, basically, is what she likes to tell me. So I drank a little bit during COVID, but I started doing sports cards. I ran an eBay store. I still run it, but I don't really do too much with it anymore. But anyways, I tried to get out of the hobby, and I kind of went from not buying anything and needed to buy something else because I have addiction issues. So I started to kind of hang out with people that drank bourbon, and the first one I tried was Eagle Rare. I hate to say that, but it was like my gateway bourbon. It was when you could find it on the shelf back in the day, easy to get, but it was awesome. It was good, and kind of like Seth said, you got a camaraderie with it. Every week I have friends that come over to my house now, and that's how it was back then too. And that's kind of what brought me into it, was that similar thing. So
Now, Seth, what was your first whiskey that you drank?
It was like first whiskey.
Yeah.
It was probably, I doubt it was anything memorable. It was probably a shot of Jack or some Jim Beam.
All right. And Eric, what about you? Do you remember what the first bottle was?
I don't remember the first bottle. When I actually started becoming like an actual drinker, it was Eagle Rare. Like I just said, that was, yeah, but I don't remember what the first one. It was probably something like Jack said, or like I said, Jack and Coke or something like that.
I know my first whiskey was some Jack Daniels. And then when I was in high school, I kind of went on a little whiskey trip with some friends. Shout out to Robert Kruger, my old whiskey running buddy. We used to tear the roads up and do bad stuff. But when I joined the military and you go to class 6, I was always looking for that military special.
No, not the military special.
But then I went even further down the rabbit hole than that. And the only thing we could get when we were deployed sometimes was 10 High, which is just, you can't pour enough Coke in it to make it taste good.
You can remove some paint with it, though.
Yeah, you can. But probably still today, I still have great memories about those days, camaraderie, drinking whiskey with buddies and stuff. And I can remember those young days of trying to sometimes cope with pain or bad thoughts. And, I always tell people, don't do that. And now that I'm older and I really do enjoy whiskey, living in Kentucky for 7 years and getting to experience the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. And, I just talk shit about the Big Five, but seriously, that kind of just opened up craft distilleries to me. Cause I was like, well, what else is out there? What else can I find? What else is there to experience, and, my whiskey collection today is a little, probably around 1,500 bottles of whiskey. And it's people would tell you there's bottles from everywhere. Around the world, and I love to experience that. And I love that you guys picked something like this right here as one of your first picks, Ras Honey Pie out of the Blendery. Now you guys are sold out of this pick already, right?
Yes, sir.
So this Iron Root pick is gonna be epic, and I'm thinking it's probably only gonna be out there for minutes.
I hope so.
Because I rarely do barrel picks anymore. They're a lot of work. Both of you guys know that, right?
Definitely.
And to do them right, and I want my name associated with the very best that whiskey has to offer and stuff. And I just don't want to put my name on anything. It's just how I've always thought that, hey, if I'm going to do something, do it right. And I think for me, the last pick I'd really put my name on was a pick from Leaper's Fork in Leaper's Fork, Tennessee. But this Iron Root pick, I'm excited about it. So how does a veteran go and find Staves of Honor? How do they join? How do they join Staves of Honor?
Eric, you can answer this one if you want to.
So one, we have a website, www.stavesofhonor.org. We also have a Facebook page, Instagram, and then where most of our things run out of is we have a private Facebook group. You can search for it. It's Staves of Honor. Answer a few questions and we'll let you in. And that's where a lot of it happens. That's where the picks are right now. We've done the giveaways. We do all the different stuff like that. So everything kind of happens in there. We have a lot of things working behind the scenes. We're working on a Discord right now for many different things. We got a raffle coming up, a bunch of different stuff going on. So.
Yeah, that Veterans Day week is going to be a busy one because we got the Iron Root pick and the meetup, and then we got the raffle. We're doing on Veterans Day. So that's probably our biggest actual fundraiser for the year. Will be that raffle.
Well, I'm actually hoping the event at the Rack House will make a little bit of dough for you, and we'll have some heavy hitters from the DFW area want to come
Definitely.
out. Give old Big Chief a hug. Maybe shit. I'll arm wrestle you for $1 million there if you want to come and donate $1 million.
I'm gonna need a partner because I'm not very big.
You're not big. I'm a rather large fella, so
I figured Big Chief wasn't just a moniker.
it's not. I'm 6'3", 280, 285 probably today. Yeah, I have been NFL lineman size for quite a while. So, like I said, if I had to wrestle a bear, a black bear I can take. I think I could take a black bear. Anybody's got a black bear I can wrestle. And I've been known to want to jump out of a pickup and try to ride a buffalo. So, there's not a whole lot of fear in me. Even if I'm be 52 coming up, actually. As we're speaking right here, I'll be 52 because this comes out on Tuesday. So, even at my age, I got that adventure in me, and I think that's what Staves of Honor is going to become, is bringing that camaraderie. When you say camaraderie, you still get together and you laugh and you tell those stories.
Absolutely, exactly.
Like Eric was saying, running and stuff. Nobody would think, Big Chief ran a marathon, but I've ran 2 marathons in my life. The Marine Corps marathon up in DC many moon ago when I was skinny and I actually had a good foot. But I don't miss it. I don't miss running it at all anymore. Yeah. So what do you guys see out of the future of Staves of Honor? How do you give back to veterans? And I know you guys this is fresh and new, and I love seeing that newness out of you, to where you're almost shocked at how fast it'll grow. Because I know I got asked, you guys were like, hey, can you help us make this grow, your Facebook? And I was like, man, I can do better than that. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to make it grow. I might know a couple of veterans out there. So, but what's the overall goal? How are you going to help veterans? Because people are going to ask you that.
Mm-hmm. The big goal, ultimate goal, is to be able to give scholarships and grants to veterans. And like I said, the initial vision of it was veterans transitioning from service to civilian life, and being able to help with things like deposits for an apartment, or stuff like financial goals, whatever that might be. That's I know that the board members that we have right now, there's 5 of us, and all of us do this on our free time. None of us collect anything. All the money that comes in goes right back out. Whether that right now it's into things like shipping and stuff like that to try to help cover some of that cost, but we're slowly building that up to be able to do those, to be able to give back and give those scholarships and those grants and things like that.
Yeah, I talked to one of your board members the other day, Jared, and we were talking about, he was like, hey, do you got any ideas? And I talked to you as well. And, we talk about people getting out of the military, veterans getting out, but young men and women that are raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm going to join, they're leaving high school. And this has always been on my forefront of my mind, because I was that guy, right? And my older brother was too.
Yeah. I joined right out of high school also.
You see those kids get on stage and get scholarships to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
And they barely any schools anymore say, hey, here's our members, here's our class, the people that are going to go serve their nation. They rarely do any of that. And most of them they don't come from money, so they barely have anything. And I thought it'd be nice to do something for young men and women that are raising their hand. I think I love that idea. The percentage I heard the other day is only 5% of our nation is veterans right now. And, only 5% are raising their hand. That to me just blows my mind. Or it's like 0.8% of our military right now is what our percentage of military versus our population in America. To me, that's sad. But I'd love to see something about young men and women that raise their hand in high school. And, Staves of Honor has a member that shows up there and says, hey, man, here's a go pack for you. Here's a backpack. There's a brand new pair of running shoes in there for you that you're not going to have an old pair of shoes to start out your military career with. And here's some other necessities that you're going to need as soon as you leave basic training, we're going to have this for you. Because you know, Seth, after you left basic training and you get to go to that first unit after you get finished with your technical training, it can be a lonely process.
Definitely can be.
In the big world. You leave your little small town, America, or you leave the big city and they stick you out the middle of the boondocks somewhere. It's very lonely.
Yep.
Maybe some kind of get AT&T involved, and where they have like AT&T gift card in there that they can get their first cell phone if they already don't have it. I mean, almost everybody has one, but there's people out there that can't even afford that. So
Absolutely.
maybe we could set something up like that in the future. I am not a board member by any means. My big
Just a
hands,
consultant.
a consultant. Yeah, I'm a consultant. But I would love to see something like that, and to see, if there's something in Texas like that and you guys are doing something like that, I would be willing to drive there and represent Staves of Honor and say, hey, I want to show the people that whiskey can do good. I got an event coming up at a Catholic school that they're trying to keep alive. And we're doing a tasting, whiskey tasting at the school for 250 people, a private whiskey tasting. And it's going to raise a lot of money that night. And I'm glad to do it and glad to volunteer to do that. But to give back to veterans, to future veterans, because they are future veterans and young
Absolutely
men and women that are raising their hand. We're missing that in America right now. And the same thing in healthcare. We're missing people, physical therapists to nurses. We're missing those folks that the technical trades, I guess, of the first responders, EMTs, firefighters, cops. People just don't want to serve anymore. They don't want to take that risk. They don't want to get spat up on by society. And I would love to do something back, give back. Even the Staves of Honor gives back to a new EMT or something with a go pack and say, hey, here's a go pack for you. It's awesome to be able to raise money and put towards a good cause. And I love what you guys are doing. I know I can talk forever, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine if I had a podcast.
So you had mentioned earlier about sometimes whiskey gets you have people that drink to suppress emotions or to deal with the bad or whatever it is, and I feel like sometimes you get a bad stigma or a bad rap associated with that. I know I dealt with it with my grandma getting into whiskey, and she's like, you don't need to be drinking, it's a bad habit, and don't become an alcoholic. And I don't even drink every night, much less actually drink to the point where I'm intoxicated by any means. I'm trying to explain that to her, and then, like you said, we're trying to quell that, show that whiskey can do good. We can take something like whiskey and turn it into to good. Is definitely a mission that I 100% right there with you on that.
Yeah, I've seen whiskey do really good. The tornadoes in Kentucky a few years ago and stuff, and I got a really good friend, Jessica Ann, and Fred Minnick, actually, man, sometimes people give him a hard time for his ascot and who he is and stuff, but that dude's heart, and he's a veteran himself, his heart is just giant. And the tornado victims in Kentucky really needed that hand up, and the bourbon community in Kentucky really just poured the love out, and like barrels of whiskey for like $1 million. I know we did a live for Jessica Ann and was able to help her and her family out because their farm got just pretty much decimated. And some farmers, they're not insured properly. They just can't afford it. They're already living paycheck to paycheck, crop to crop. So we were able to help them out and rebuild their barn and do some other things. But, whiskey can be used for good. And love that you guys, first responders like Eric and Seth yourself, your other board members. You got Jared is your another board member we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He's an Army veteran. He couldn't be
He's
on here.
also, don't tell him, but he's technically the co-founder.
Oh,
He kind
he likes to say it.
of.
He's not shy at all. But there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad you guys are proud of founding something that it has got a great start already.
Mhm.
On the second half, we're going to talk about your guys' very first barrel pick, and you guys partnered with another group out there, Poor Decisions Rick House, and
Yep.
I love that they are helping you. And most of you guys came from that, but
Absolutely, it did. Yep.
Staves of Honor, something else grew out of that, and that's just life, I love, and that's kind of how the military is. You kind of go from one thing to another thing, and then you get out of the military, and next thing you know, you're doing something else. But you learn to adapt and overcome, and I feel like that's what Staves of Honor was born out of, was
Mhm.
adapting and overcoming, and then helping others out when they most need it. So I can't say enough. We've probably come to the end of the first half. I'm looking at my whiskey glass, and it's telling me, "Hey,
Yeah,
Big
same
Chief,
here. I'm
Big
like, I
Chief,
need
shut
some
up."
more.
Yeah, I'm out.
But on the second half, we'll talk about some things you guys got coming up besides that, and ways people can give back, and some stuff they possibly could buy to help you guys out in the future that you might have coming. And if they want to donate, how would somebody donate right now?
It's stavesofhonor.org. There's a donation page, and you can do it. You can set it up for a one-time donation, a monthly donation, and that goes straight to the account, to the organization account, and which goes right straight into supporting veterans.
I love it. Well, we'll end the first half with that. Listeners, you stick with us. We'll be right back. Leaper's Fork Distillery is an artisan distillery working to bring back the history and heritage of a small batch whiskey production to Williamson County. The distillery crafts premium spirits using local ingredients and limestone filtered water to create superior spirits with a signature taste. Yeah, I love their wheated bourbon. Leaper's Fork Distillery is characterized primarily as a low volume, low impact concept of production. They are excited and honored about bringing back a lost art and industry to a county that always puts its history and heritage at the forefront. Visit them today at leapersforkdistillery.com. All right, listeners, we're back for the second half, and I got these two jokers. I got Eric with me and Seth. Staves of Honor. You can check out their badass logo they have, that cap they're wearing right now. I love it. And we're on a break. We're talking about your guys' future merchandise that you guys got coming. And you guys got all kinds of stuff that's really coming down the pike here to help
Mhm.
veterans out, to raise money. Seth, what all are you guys looking at of bringing out?
So, first of all, the logo is Jared and I. So me and he's the co-founder. We bounce things back and forth for probably 2 or 3 days trying to come up with something, and finally landed on this one. And I can't get enough of it. I put it on stickers on everything. So we have stickers. Currently, we're currently working on shirts. We have Glenn's and Kenzie's are available. If you can get in touch with Jared, he can get those out. But we're going to be mass producing them hopefully here soon. We've got a lot of really cool stuff in the works. The hats that are going to be available too. The meetup that you were talking about at the Rack House, the Colony, that's going to be a good spot to pick up a bunch of it for sure.
So you guys will have merchandise there up in the DFW area. Now this is at the Colony, kind of north of Dallas.
North of Dallas, yeah.
Yeah, you want to go to the Rack House. They got a badass whiskey selection. They're actually named the best whiskey and bourbon bar in DFW. Hats off to Rob and Amy for setting that bar up right. I love that bars like that get the right attention that they should be getting it. And then they want to partner with a veteran like myself and help Staves of Honor out and stuff. Now, we were talking about things which you guys are going to have as T-shirts, and no veteran organization is doing it right unless they have a coin. And I know you guys got something in the works in the future with that stuff. So I look forward to that. Behind me, and we're talking about your guys' social media. So if you're listening to this episode, make sure you go and check out their Facebook page, Staves of Honor, and their Instagram account. And we're going to work on that Instagram account here in a little bit because I got this bottle back here behind me, and we're going to give that bottle away. And I got we got 2 stickers right here for it. The one is the first sticker you're going to get put on that bottle. The Raz, honey, you got a Pooh Bear there. Yeah, and the camis. And then we're going to put that Staves of Honor sticker on there for you, so you can put it on your shelf and drink it. Now, we got another pour in our glass right here, and this was your guys' very first collaboration with a Blendery and a barrel pick. Mm-hmm. Tell me all about this, Eric.
Oh, gosh. So starting back in the day, this was actually before my time with Poor Decisions. They did KY Rodeo, which was a buff turkey from the Blendery. So then it went on. I don't know if you can see it. So KY Rodeo is here. So here's Kentucky Rodeo. That's a buff turkey. And then next, they went to Second Ride. So this was what they did. This was, I don't remember the exact mash bill on this, but it was aged in the buff turkey barrel. And then our pick, which was Final Ride, this was the final use of that buff turkey barrel, was we did Final Ride with this. And we did this in cahoots with Poor Decision.
Now, I've actually drank some of this on my show before with old Hemingway brothers. Drank a little whiskey with them over there in the Hemingway hideout with old Ken and Kevin. And I love this blend right here. It is absolutely delicious.
So do I. It's a goner, man. I finished it off.
That's my second bottle of it.
So, you guys are doing barrel picks. We got this Iron Root pick coming up. There's only going to be 200 bottles. And then you got a Pursuit pick coming up. And I just want to let the cat out of the bag, people. There are several picks in discussion between the Whiskey Trip, Poor Decisions Rickhouse, and the Staves of Honor to make some money for Staves. And I just think these are things that are going to fly off the shelf. I already got folks across the state of Texas and across the state of Louisiana like, how do I get my hands on this bottle right here that you're talking about? Well, you're going to have to wait till January. That's when this pick will come out.
Yep.
There's 7 of us going up to pick this bottle of Iron Root out. It's we've got Emiliano from Staves. We got Ken and Kevin Hemingway, the 2 little outlaws from here in southeast Texas. We've got Seth and Jared are going. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's it. And Rob from the Rack House. So that's our.
I was like, they were missing somebody there.
That's our pick team. And then we have people that are wanting to show up just to watch the pick. They want to come up there and just to see what happens. Bob from 1845, he was like, I would just like to come and watch you pick a barrel of whiskey to see what your mind's going through. And I think so. I would shock some people. I love to hear what the entire group is. And the thing I love about this is several different people picking this barrel of whiskey. And usually you have one guy that has the deep pockets that's paying for the barrel, usually the liquor store. But that is not the case this time. So this group is truly going to pick a barrel of whiskey. Usually it's the person that's buying that barrel that's picking it. That's just the truth. So I'm excited about this. And Jonathan and Robert up there at Iron Root, they're going to do us right. Something spectacular is going to come out of this. They're excited to do something with me. I haven't did a barrel pick with them before, so I'm excited about it. I know you guys are excited about it.
I'm beyond excited about it.
And Eric, wait. You're going to miss out because you decided you want to go torture yourself.
Go run for fun over here.
No.
Run for fun. So,
well, really, it's run for a good cause, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
It is.
There ain't nothing wrong with that and stuff. And you can promote Staves of Honor at that event. So
I got a group. I got a running hat. I got clothes. I'm ready to go.
You're going to run with all your Staves of Honor stuff on, huh?
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
You know, something else I'd love to see from you guys is a stave that says honor on it. I
So
expected Seth to have one behind him.
I wish I did.
I have that in the works. The guy that's doing all the woodworking stuff for me is doing a stave for us, and other stuff too. But that's one of them.
Well, speaking of woodworking, listeners, you know, if you've checked out my last podcast and you're checking out this one, you've heard that I have the Heritage Flag Company. They're in North Carolina, right outside of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. You want to check that out. Check out their website. You want to order if you're a veteran, a challenge coin rack made out of bourbon barrels. If you have gotten out of service or you've had a service member that's passed away and you've got their flag and you want to display it right, they've actually got a shadow box for that flag made out of bourbon barrels. Make sure you check it out. I think in the future we're going to have a giveaway just for that for Staves of Honor, and try to make a little money for them. But you'll have to wait for that. That's coming. I don't have it at hand, and I don't like to give away anything that I don't have in hand. So in the future, what other future events? You guys got this Veterans Day raffle going on. What all is in that raffle?
So we have bottles that have been donated by distilleries. We have experiences that have been donated by distilleries. Bottles that have been donated by our followers or anybody that's willing to help us in this experience. We got a wide variety of stuff. We kind of have a whole spreadsheet going. But
Rumor has it, Chief, that the last known unopened bottle of Final Ride is going to be in the raffle.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I might put it for this raffle. So
yep.
How does somebody find out about the raffle, where it's at? Because I know there's a young lady on there on Facebook. Ask you guys, where's this at? How do I get involved? Her family is all in the military. She wanted to know about it. I'm hoping you guys can have an answer for her.
Yep. So we're running it through Rally Up is who we're going to run it through. It's just they do raffles and everything like that for kind of nonprofits. So we're going to use them and run it through there. It will be on Veterans Day, November 11th. We will have it ready with all the information on it probably in the next few days, basically, that people would be able to buy tickets from there. They can donate. They can see what all is up for grabs. Our merch will be available on that website too, that you can buy merch from it. Anything along those lines.
Now, on your go ahead.
I'll have a link to that. We'll get it on the Facebook group as well as the Instagram and the main website as well.
Awesome.
So it should be easy to find.
And you'll see it'll pop up right here in a couple of seconds. We'll make sure that link's put up there. So you have this raffle and stuff. We talked about this on the first half, but if somebody wants to give money right now, they're listening, they want to hit pause and say, you know what? I want to give to Staves of Honor. I'm a businessman. I own a gigantic company. I have millions and millions of dollars, and I'm a philanthropist, and I want to give me some money away today to a veteran. How do we get them to do that?
So stavesofhonor.org, and there's a donor tab at the top. It's real simple. Set it up as a one-time donation, a monthly donation, whatever suits your fancy on that.
A monthly $1 million donation from some giant corporation out there.
It's awesome.
We could do a lot of good
with that
kind of money. Sure. Yeah. So if they want to see your 501c is it 501 or 503?
The 501.
They want to see your paperwork and stuff. Is that on the website as well?
I don't have the paperwork on the website, but I can provide that. Absolutely can.
Yeah, because you know a lot of companies out there, they need that right there. Would you send anybody if they want a slip from you, say, hey, thanks for your donation, we'll send something back to you?
All donors, no matter how much, $5, $500, $5 million, everybody will get a donation receipt for the tax deduction on that for sure.
I love it. I just want to put that out there, listeners. If you're one of my listeners that have them big old deep pockets, and I don't ever ask money from you, but what I would ask is that you look at Staves of Honor to donate to. I really do believe in this organization and where they're going and the good they're going to bring to people. it's near and dear to my heart, and not only helping out, veterans that have served, but future veterans, as we talked about in the first half. Just all the ideas that are kicking around, the good that's happening. And then we've got folks on like Eric that are first responders, nurses, doctors, EMTs, firefighters, people that are serving their local community that we can help out too. We can't do that without your donations, without your help. Go to stavesofhonor.org and donate today. We'd really appreciate it. So, you're going to do the Veterans Day giveaway and stuff. Any ideas on future events?
So after the Iron Root pick, if we make it there in an upright position, we are doing a meetup at the Rack House. So that'll be if you're local to DFW, we'd love to see you there. Like you were talking about, Chief, we have some pretty cool VIPs going to be hanging out with us.
Couple.
So I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. The meetup thing is a big portion of my vision for Staves of Honor. Because yes, we are a nonprofit, and yes, we're an organization that financially contributes. But I also want us to be a community, and so being able to have the meetups and be able to shake hands with people that you see across the screen, something that is a big part of it for me.
I can't agree with you more. So, gentlemen, we're right up against the end of the episode and stuff here, but I wanted to give you an opportunity once again to where can people find you guys on social media?
So it's just Staves of Honor all together for Instagram, and you can just search Staves of Honor on Facebook. That'll bring up our general page, and there's a link on that page to be able to get to the private group.
And then the same thing as Staves of Honor is, they could go to stavesofhonor.org to give donations. We've killed that bird pretty hard, but once again, make sure you donate and stuff. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you coming and taking a ride with me and talking about your charity, Staves of Honor, with me. And to thank listeners for listening through, I'm going to have this giveaway, and we're going to help build your social media a little bit here. Now, this bottle is from me. I purchased it from Staves of Honor. $10 from the bottle. It was $100 for the bottle, but $10 of every bottle went to Staves of Honor. And this is from the Blendery right here. You can see it right there. What's the proof on this, Seth?
116.6 was the final proof on it.
So this is how we're going to do that right there here. Because, we want to get them their Instagram going here. But what I want you to do is I want you to put a little emoji of a little army soldier up there. We'll just call that little Seth, little emoji. And then I want you to tag 4 people on this. Tag 4 people. So that emoji of a little soldier, tag 4 people. Follow Staves of Honor on Instagram and on Facebook, and then make sure you follow the Whiskey Trip, obviously. We're going to let this run all week. I'll have several different posts about it all week. I'll have these 2 jokers talking about it all week for me. But make sure that you put in for this giveaway right here. I'll give it away on Monday afternoon, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time is what time I usually decide who's going to get this. I am the winner. The person that picks the winner. So make sure you check this out right here. Well, gentlemen, any last thoughts for my listeners out there? Seth, I'll let you go first.
Just you think of better next time you see one. That's all I can say.
Eric, what about you, Mr. Torture King?
Avoid physical therapists. That's what I would say. No, thank you for all the support, everything. Thanks for spreading the word, everything.
Yeah, absolutely, that for sure, Chief.
Yep.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you having on here, coming on the Whiskey Trip, taking a ride with me. Don't forget to put in this giveaway right here a little emoji of a soldier. Tag 4 people all week long. Just tag the hell out of people. You want to tag 100 people? Tag them. Let's get people to know about Staves of Honor. Follow Staves of Honor. Follow the Whiskey Trip. You got to be 21. You got to reside in the United States. Now, if you want to find old Big Chief, at the Whiskey Trip on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I'm everywhere. Go on YouTube, subscribe to my channel on there. I'm starting to rack some subscribers up. I love it. Leave me some comments on there on the videos. What can I do better? What guests can I have on? I want to know. If you want to listen to some great content, listen to my buddies over at the Bourbon Life, Matt and Mark, and the whole gang over there. Give them a listen. If you like what you're listening to on Apple Podcasts, leave them that 5-star review and some comments. Hell, leave some comments about old Big Chief. Tell them how much you love me. But then you could take those comments, put them over my Facebook. I'm trying to hit 75 reviews before the end of the year. Help me out. Help me beat Facebook is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to beat that algorithm. I'd love to beat Meta. Just beat their ass, yeah. But follow me on there. If you have a distillery in your backyard, make sure you reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like you to have these jokers on. I really love to bring you great content. Those reviews keep me thriving. It makes me want to have great guests on like Eric and Seth, get great whiskey in my hand from the Blendery. It's pretty damn amazing. You need to check it out. Check out these guys, Staves of Honor. This is old Big Chief, and thanks for taking this ride with me, baby.